Forget the gentle tapping of water against your window pane. Forget the scent of wet asphalt after a summer storm, or the soft, nourishing drizzle that feeds the forests of Earth. We are leaving the temperate comfort of the habitable zone. We are casting off the fragile biology that demands liquid water and mild breezes. Today, we travel to worlds where the atmosphere itself is a weapon, and the weather is a display of violent crystalline opulence. We are going to places where the sky rains jewels. Out here, in the deep black, orbiting a star some 63 light, years away from our sun, spins a planet known to your catalogs as HD 189,733b. To the eye of a distant telescope, it is a stunning object. It is a deep, rich cobalt blue, a sapphire sphere suspended in the void. It looks like a sibling to Earth, a calm oasis of color in the darkness. But this resemblance is a beautiful lie. The blue does not come from oceans of water. It comes from the scattering of light by silicate particles, tiny grains of glass, suspended in the upper atmosphere. This is a hot Jupiter, a gas giant locked in a feverish embrace with its parent star. It is tidally locked, meaning one side faces the star in eternal, blistering day, while the other faces the cold dark of eternal night. Let us descend into this atmosphere. As we sink through the cloud tops, the temperature skyrockets to over 1,000 degrees Celsius. There is no ground to stand on here, only thickening layers of gas and heat. But it is the wind that defines this world. On Earth, a hurricane is a destructive force. Here, the entire atmosphere is a single, continuous planetary hurricane. The winds scream around the equator at 7,000 kilometers, per our 7 times the speed of sound. And in this screaming wind, clouds form. But they are not clouds of water vapor. They are clouds of molten silicate. As they rise and cool in the upper layers, the silicate condenses. It freezes back into solid form, and so it begins to rain. It rains glass. Imagine the visual spectacle of this storm. Millions of tons of glass shards, microscopic and razor sharp, are falling from the sky. But because of the ferocious wind, they do not fall down, they fall sideways. It is a horizontal blizzard of needles. If you were a physical being, this environment would be the stuff of nightmares, a shredding machine of unimaginable efficiency. But strip away the fear. Look at it with the eyes of a pure observer, safe from the physical consequences. Look at how the light from the nearby star hits the storm. As the glass rain whips through the atmosphere, it catches the light. Every single shard acts as a prism. The sky is filled with 1 trillion tiny flashes, a shimmering, glittering curtain of diamond. Dust light. It is a storm of sparkles. It is a kaleidoscope of lethal beauty. The air glitters. The wind howls with a voice of tearing silk. It is a spectacle of refraction and reflection, a disco ball the size of a planet, spinning in the dark. This is the paradox of the alien cosmos. We are conditioned to see weather as good or bad, based on whether it helps us grow crops or ruins our weekend picnic. But the universe does not care about our picnics. The universe cares only about physics, and physics, when left to its own devices, creates art of terrifying grandeur. This glass storm is not angry, it is not cruel. It is simply the inevitable result of heat meeting rotation. It is energy expressing itself through matter. It is a performance with no audience. a ballet of shards dancing at hypersonic speeds. Now let us move further out to the icy giants of the cosmos, or perhaps deep into the hearts of the super, Earths like 55 Cancri E. Here, the weather changes from the sharp violence of glass to the heavy luxury of diamonds. Deep within the atmospheres of these carbon-rich worlds, the pressure is crushing. It is a weight so immense that it forces the very atoms of carbon to rearrange themselves. On Earth, diamonds are rare treasures, dug from the ground with sweat and greed. They are symbols of status and eternity. But here, diamonds are as common as raindrops. High in the atmosphere, methane lightning strikes, turning gas into soot. As this soot falls, the pressure hugs it tight, hardening it into graphite, and then, as it sinks deeper into pure diamond, imagine standing on a theoretical platform deep within these clouds. You would hear a heavy, rhythmic patter, hailstones made of uncut diamonds, some small as peas, some large as boulders, are tumbling through the thick haze. They fall until they reach the liquid mantle below. There, the heat becomes so intense that the diamonds melt. Imagine that, an ocean of liquid diamond, a sea of melted gems swirling and churning in the dark, icebergs of solid diamond floating on a sea of liquid carbon. It is a scene of grotesque wealth. If humanity could reach this place, economies would collapse. The value we place on these stones would vanish in an instant. But the planet does not know the market value of a carat. It does not know that these stones are used for engagement rings or industrial drills. To the planet, the diamond is just another form of rain, another way to move carbon from the sky to the sea. There is a profound aesthetic to this wastefulness. We often think that beauty must have a purpose, that it must be seen to matter. But these worlds prove us wrong. For billions of years before eyes ever evolved on Earth, and likely long after eyes are gone, these storms have been raging. The glass has been shimmering in the starlight. The diamonds have been splashing into the dark oceans. This is the concept of the sublime. Beauty that is so vast, so powerful, and so dangerous that it overwhelms the senses. It is a beauty that does not include us. In fact, it actively rejects us. We cannot walk in the glass rain. We cannot sail the diamond sea. We are fragile creatures of soft skin and brittle bones, evolved for a very specific, very gentle garden. But our minds can travel where our bodies cannot. There is a serenity in acknowledging this inhospitality. When we look at a storm on Earth, we feel anxiety. We worry about the damage. But when we look at the storm on HD 189,733b, we can only feel awe. We are liberated from the need to survive it, and so we are free to simply admire it. Think of the colors. The deep, bruising purple of a twilight on a world where the sun never truly sets. The flash of white lightning illuminating a cloud of rubies. For yes, on some planets like Hat, -7b, the clouds are made of corundum, the mineral that forms rubies and sapphires. Imagine a sunset where the clouds are literally made of jewels, refracting the dying light into a spectrum of reds and pinks that would shame the finest stained glass of any cathedral. These worlds are the secret galleries of the galaxy. They are museums with the doors locked. They spin in the silence of the vacuum, creating masterpieces of light and geology every single second. Does the glass rain make a sound if no one is there to hear it? In the dense atmosphere, yes, It makes a sound like 1,000 freight trains, a sound like the earth tearing open. It is a roar of kinetic energy. But in the vacuum of space just outside the atmosphere, there is only silence. The planet spins, a blue marble of violence wrapped in the quiet of the void. There is something comforting about this distance. We live our lives surrounded by things we can touch, control, and consume. We pave the earth, we dam the rivers, we farm the land. We shape our environment to suit our needs. But out there the environment is wild and untamed. It refuses to be domesticated. The glass storm will not stop for us. The diamond rain will not be harvested. It reminds us that we are not the masters of reality. We are merely guests in a universe that is far more creative and far more intense than we give it credit for. So let the image of the glass rain wash over you. Visualize the shards spinning in the cobalt sky. See the glint of the starlight on the razor edges. It is a picture of perfect, deadly sharpness. And visualize the diamond ocean, heavy, dense, glowing with a dull internal heat. A place of slow, pressurized movement. These places are lonely. There are no birds to fly in these winds. There are no fish to swim in these seas. There is only the chemistry and the physics dancing their eternal dance. But in that loneliness, there is purity. It is the purity of a flame. It is the purity of a wave crashing against a cliff. It is the universe doing what it does best, transforming energy into wonder. You do not need to possess these diamonds to appreciate them. You do not need to walk in the rain to feel its power. It is enough to know that they are there. Somewhere in the dark, right now, as you sit in the safety of gravity and air, a storm of jewels is raging. It creates a strange sense of connection. The same carbon that makes the diamond rain is in the graphite of your pencil and in the cells of your body. The same silicon that makes the glass rain is in the microchips of the device you are using to listen to this. We are made of the same ingredients as these alien monsters. We are just the gentle remix. We are the version of matter that woke up and learned to dream. The glass worlds and the diamond seas are our distant cousins, wild, dangerous, and beautiful. They are the expressions of what matter can do when it is pushed to the limit. So, let us leave the storm now. Let us pull back from the screaming winds and the crushing depths. We float back up through the layers of clouds, through the shimmering haze, until we are back in the black piece of space. The planet hangs there blue and silent, a beautiful trap. A jewel in the night. It will keep spinning long after we are gone, and the rain will keep falling, a shower of glass and diamonds, glittering in the dark, a secret treasure that belongs to no one but the universe itself.